I saw you make top 8 at this tournament known as CEO down in your original home state of Florida. Of course, I gotta say original because you Midwest in the end of the day. And you used Oro to get into the top 8, exclusively Oro. Congratulations, that was godlike.
Thank you.
That was godlike, man. But of course, you know, I feel like you're doing it for the content. You're not trying to bust out the ball, Rob, and then you go up against Kudo in that top 8. Let's start there as far as our CEO recap, bro. What's going on? Why the Oro all the way to top 8? And why the Oro going up against Kudo instead of going for the Balrog, which I think is a much better matchup?
First of all, I am tired of people saying you're doing it for the content.
That's what you're doing.
That's not what's going on here. I'm doing it for the soul. All right.
Oh my God.
All right.
Come on,
and
man.
What makes good content is someone playing something that they truly vibe with, truly love, and truly want to express themselves with. Isn't that what Momoshi said? It's all about having an actual expression of the player through the character they choose. That's where I am with Aura these days. It is not for the content. Trust me. Listen, the last thing I would do is play something I don't want to play because you guys go, oh, wow, that's so cool. Oh, Tengu Stones. Oh, Brian, that's so interesting. Nah, it's because I want to activate V-Trigger and I want to rob some fools. That's just what I genuinely want to do. All right? So, yeah, you know, I was rocking the Aura a bit, and I've been trying to bring the ROG back in for the counter picks. It just so happens to be that this weekend mostly Oro I felt was actually the right pick. I'm in the groove with Oro right now. I'm not really in the groove with ROG as much.
It's showing. It's showing. You're playing godlike with him.
Thank you. But yeah, once you get double perfected, it might be time to try a different pick. Kudo, Chun-Li. Kudo is an amazing player of that caliber. Once you hit that kind of matchup disparity, ROG was the better pick. But I'll tell you the secret what went down. I actually played Kudo in a long set the day before. I didn't know we were gonna meet up in top 8. We played like we played like 20 games. Yeah. I beat him like 7-0 with Oro, and then he beat me like 10-0 with Chun-Li after. So I kind of taught him the matchup the day before. The set ended. The set ended like 11-8 in his favor. Like we played a long set, so I kind of showed him the ropes with the matchup, and then he kept that in his back pocket. But yeah, went with the Balrog in the end. Maybe could have done better with that. Got a game with Brog, but you know, stuck with your guns to have some fun. But yeah, CEO was a lot of fun. Speaking of that top 8, the entrances. How do you think those entrances were this year?
Oh man, okay, yeah. Let's do it, yo. Let's rank the entrances. First off, everybody in YouTube or on Twitch, who had the best entrance? Or you could rank it top 2, top 3, whatever you want to do. For me, I was conflicted, man. I was trying to decide, and it was so tough for me. It had to be out of yourself. And I'm not just saying that. Yourself, Smug, and Minna. Yes. I think everyone had you and Smug as top 2, but I feel like Minna's was underrated, so I want to start with his, bro.
It was.
That was actually godlike, the way he came out with and then the best part was like the can roll. Bro, if the cameraman gotta pan back and like, you know.
They didn't communicate well. So yeah, Mena comes out. Mena is just always a showman. I feel like he always brings the energy. I love seeing him show his flair and his attitude. Like he's very expressive. Even if it's not like an event like CEO where it's kind of like everyone's gearing up to do a big entrance, he's always showing his heart on his sleeve and his passion is always showing through. And so he always brings the hype and energy. But yeah, he did the birdie can, chug the drink, throw the can on the ground. But I feel like he didn't wind up enough to give the cameraman an advance to know what's going on. He did it a little bit too fast.
Like it was just too smooth. Like
he should have winded it up a little bit to be like, hey, like, watch the camera. So he threw the can down the walkway to follow behind the can to the stage, just like Birdie does. And I thought that was a sick idea. I thought it was awesome too. But yeah, if the camera had zoomed out and
it would have looked so sick.
He needed to telegraph it a little bit more. I mean, the cameraman did amazing work on a lot of the entrances, and he's doing it on the fly. They ask you like 5 seconds before, "What are you doing?" And then so the guy has to do like 30 entrances for the whole event. You know, he has to catch you in the moment. So shout out to the cameraman. We don't want to rag on him too much. I just wish that
no. Of course, he bodied that, and you know, and of course, one of the entrances where I feel like he did some of his best work was, of course, the CLG Big Brian entrance. It was very surprising for me to see you do that pose, man. Like, what?
I had to study.
So godlike.
I had to study like his V trigger animation, like what hand pose does he do? So I came out and I did the Tengu Stone activation, and yeah, I had to look at his finger positioning. Then I was doing the Oro Crouch Strong. I stayed standing for that one. I was like, what does he do with his fingers? You know?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I Tengu Stoned up the crowd a little bit. The cameraman made it look way cooler than it was. After I watched it back, I was like, all right, good job. You made me look not too crazy.
Yeah, and then you had the whole turtle shield going on and everything, bro. Like, that was actually OD. Did you consider anything else entrance-wise?
That was the one thing I had considered. I mean, that was what I was stressing more than Kudo. I mean, the moment I made top 8, I was like, man, I have 12 hours to figure out what I'm doing here. So once I landed on that idea, I was like, yeah, I gotta just stick with it.
So you didn't like
I went shopping.
You might have had the best interest. I think it's out of you and Smug, and I'll let you break down Smug's. But you didn't like the idea I had sent you on Twitter, like you could do the classic third strike image that we all like from Oro with the robe when he's doing a little sweep or something.
I thought about it, and then I also thought I would rather not be barred from every tournament. In the rest of history. So I put on my little robe there. I tied my arm behind my back. I felt the wind, felt some breeze.
No, don't tell us. Never mind.
After that, I was like, this might not work out.
Okay, yeah. So Smug's entrance.
Smug.
How did you feel about that one? He bodied that.
Well, Smug had a lot to live up to because he's had some big CEO top 8 entrances before. So how do you top it? By just getting more people to be involved in carrying you out to the stage, so everyone comes out.
Remember
they're doing the coffin dance. They came out, they started doing the coffin dance. He sets up, he does the trust fall into the posse there, and they carry him out to the stage. And yeah, of course, Smug's a showman. I thought that was the most hype entrance, the easiest one to sell. Right, is just visually, boom, right there, you get the idea. So I thought Smug had a great plan, and they executed it very well, because it could have gone bad. They could have just dropped him on the ground at any moment. These are not trained professionals here. I saw the group. He was like, hey, you guys carry me.
It was a real trust fall. Like, he didn't flinch up or nothing. He trusted it.
Right. I almost wish they just missed him.
That would have been
do a real coffin dance there for a little bit. And see how he played after that. But no, it was a great entrance. I think Smug might have had the best one. I think it was executed well, caught on camera well, and it was hype.
Speaking of the best entrances, we also have to make sure it is a tournament in the end of the day. As amazing as production was, shout out to the CEO for that. We also need to make sure we talk about the best player in this tournament, and it was, of course, none other than the champion, who was the champion of Combo Breaker as well. None other than X-Set's very own Adon. The best player in America is apparently, if I give my opinion, that he's the best player in the world, then people are gonna. He's the best player in the world too. Woo! Him or Mr. Crimson. I say that they're tied right now. None other than Adon, bro. He is looking unstoppable right now, man. Like, let's be real. Top 8 for whatever reason. Hold up. This is one thing I'll say about however this tournament is seeded. Why is Punk and Adon, why are they fighting each other in winner's side top 8 before winner's finals? I disagree. Listen, don't kill me.
I disagree as well.
There is no planet where they should be running into each other.
I can describe the logic for you. It was definitely based on the previous CEO seeding. Mono was seeded very high. I think he might have been first seed, if anything. So they gave a lot of credence to 2021 seeding. And shout out to Mono. He didn't make top 8. Yeah, he didn't. So I think it was 1, 2, 3. So Mono first, Punk second, Idom third. So because of that, kind of using the previous CEO seeding in conjunction with this seeding, Punk and Idom ended up playing before winners finals, which was unexpected by everyone's accounts, but at least we got to see some more Punk and Idom.
That was so godlike, bro.
Nikali?
The Nikali. Man goes down 0-2 with the Ken and brings it back with Nikali. Like, that pick was just when he picked him though, it's like, wow. I get the concept, like seeing like the Sosmo. I don't think that's random or freestyle. He's actually gearing up, I feel like, for this CPT, for the World Warrior, or if it comes down to it, for their actual CPT tournament is
or Evo
in December. Or Evo itself, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that Nikali. But of course, Adam is an actual robot, man. Like that might be
100%.
my favorite match to watch right now.
Yeah, I like you talk about Idom looking like the best player in the world or whatever. It's just that he never ever dips. Ever. Yes. How many times do we have to say it? He's the most consistent player I have ever seen in Street Fighter. I mean, we talked about the best region in the world being Japan and all these amazing players.
Whoa now, champ. Calm down, buddy.
He's the most consistent.
I done seen Fudo get second place in like 74 tournaments in a row.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Punk win a million majors
but
back
send
to back.
Idom to 74 tournaments and he might be getting first more than second.
You right.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. He just hasn't traveled as much, and now we're starting to finally see him show up to more and more events, and then he just doesn't disappoint. He gets first place. He's gotten first place at Combo Breaker. Right now it's first place at CEO, and he's gearing up for Evo. He's not trying to slow this momentum down, and he doesn't falter when he plays. That's the thing about him. Like, maybe you can argue that other players they have a higher peak than he's had. I don't know. He also has Capcom Cup under his belt, but I have not seen him dip since he's won Capcom Cup.
Bro, we have not seen him dip in casuals, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. He plays, I swear to you guys, like, that are not like, tournament players and training and whatever. Bro, he plays this same level every day. Like,
every day.
You don't see him ever just, like I said, it's like a computer program or something like that. Right now, Adam is just, he's looking unstoppable, and he actually, honestly, outside of that Punk match, which was 3-2, he played Mena in Winners Finals, won 3-0, and then in Grand Finals, he wins 3-1. I don't know who can really stop this dude right now outside of Mr. Crimson. And of course, we did just see Problem X beat Adam as well at Red Bull Kumite. I don't know who else beat Adam, but I feel like in general, that one I think is more of a look. I'm putting money on Adam against Problem. Me personally, that's just me.
I'm just super excited to see how he performs at Evo. I mean, there's obviously players who can stop his run. He's not unbeatable. We're not trying to say that. He's just very consistent. So he's gearing up for the run of a lifetime. I feel like I'm so excited to see what happens at Evo.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, I feel like it would be vindication for us if Idom just left everybody on the planet free. Oh, it'll be a lot of fun to see how this goes down. So Idom on a tear, showing his dominance in the Western Hemisphere. Let's see what happens when the rest of the world joins up at Evo. I think it's going to be a blast. I'm hoping to see some explosive matches.